Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
May it please the court, Your Honor? Before you is Mr. DeTravion Wilquan Brown. He is here on warrant numbers 2023 A45-101-00538, criminal conspiracy. Warrant number ending in 539 for a breach of peace aggravated in nature. And warrant number ending in 540 for contributing to delinquency of a minor. Your Honor, we are here this morning. Defense has made a motion to set bond in this matter. Bond was originally denied at the magistrate level on these charges just due to the nature of the offense. In regards to it centered around possible threats of a shooting at a high school football game, so the magistrate judge did not feel like it was a good idea to set bond in regards to these charges.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Your Honor, I've been, let the court note that I've been retained to represent Mr. DeTravion Wilquan Brown on this. He's charged with conspiracy, breach of peace, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, disturbing schools, and assault and battery by mob third degree. Your Honor, without getting into the facts of the case, just to give you some background, Mr. Brown's a lifelong resident of the Hemingway area of Williamsburg County. He has no criminal history whatsoever prior to this. I do not believe him to be a flight risk, nor do I believe that he poses a danger to the community. I think the court should grant him a bond with conditions that would satisfy the public's notions of safety, particularly like no contact with any victims, no contact whatsoever with any Williamsburg County school facilities, no attendance at any extracurricular activities for the school, particularly like, well, football season's over, so now coming into basketball season, or any other sporting events during the pendency of this matter. Your Honor, but I do believe that he could be released, be successful in meeting those terms, and not pose a danger to the community or be a flight risk, as I've indicated previously. So that's essentially our motion. I did not represent him at the initial bond hearing. However, this was done by Judge Easler. Having been in front of Judge Easler numerous times, he has certain things that really bother him, and in particular when it's, because I've had an instance where someone was involved in doing something at a school, one related to this. I know that he's a stickler for those things. He just draws a line, and that's the court's prerogative. He has a right to do so, and no one's questioning him. He's a fine judge. So we just asked.
A whole lot happening at schools, as you well know.
Yes, sir. And
Columbine to this school and that school, and you know, so it's
right. And as a parent with a child in school, anytime you see any alert that comes on TV, your heart sinks. So I totally get it, because we expect that one of the places that our children can be safe, other than our homes, are the schools, and that's something that we should not take lightly as a society.
all right. Ms. Austin?
And Your Honor, we are still waiting for full discovery in this case as well, but we do have a short summary from School Resource Officer Fitzgerald. He stated back on Monday, October 23rd of this year, a parent advised that there were 3 black males about to enter the school gym at Hemingway High School who had intended to do bodily harm to one of the juvenile students that were there. He had pulled the camera footage.
For a juvenile?
Yes, a student at Hemingway High School.
All right.
And he was able to pull that camera footage. On the footage, you are able to see Mr. enter the school. They made threats towards the juvenile who they were trying to get to at Hemingway High School. They were not students at the time, I believe, Your Honor. And these threats also spread over to social media. It was believed that the juvenile victim in this matter was going to attend the Hemingway and Johnsonville game that was rescheduled due to the social media threats of a shooting.
And cancel the entire game?
Yes, sir. And Your Honor, we have spoken. She is the mother of she does send her apologies for not being able to make it to court. But she did state that she's familiar with Mr. DeTravion Brown. She's familiar with his mother. She said that her son, the victim, and him play basketball together. she said that she's currently not in fear of him. She said she believes that Detravion actually fell into the wrong crowd.
Well,
Dealing with
everybody's
those
in the wrong
co-defendants.
crowd. Now, sometimes they're the leader of the crowd.
And so the court won't convolute issues, yes, there was an instance where Hemingway-Johnsonville game was canceled, but this set of facts and circumstances did not apply.
Not this game.
This is different, yes, sir.
Okay.
That's all. I mean, we just had a lot going on in a short span of time. And if the court will allow, Your Honor, I prepared a proposed order, and I've shared it with Ms. Austin, and it meets her approval, so if the court chooses to sign, and I've left spaces for it to put any conditions that it needs.
What kind of rap sheet does he carry?
No criminal history, Your Honor.
What do you want to tell me about him, Mr. McKnight?
Well, he's 18 years old, and like I indicated to the court before, he attended Hemingway High School. He's never had.
Did he graduate, or they kicked him out?
He graduated. He's a graduate. So what this essentially is, Your Honor, is rather than like most folks, we graduate, we get away from school, we're still kind of hanging around and still have buddies. And this was a fight and a disagreement that escalated. And people need to be careful about the words they use, because we've been talking about the Bible previously. There's the power of life and death is in the tongue. So, and with social media, it further amplifies that, and therefore creating the greater potential for harm. So I'm not going to cavalierly say this is boys being boys. No, the law says you're a man, and you shouldn't do those things. But I think this is something that was very juvenile, that sort of got out of control. And again, I think it's an aberration, because had he been the bullying type of person, we'd have had a record of this prior to this. And as indicated by the mother of the victim, she doesn't even feel that he's a threat to them. So we'd ask that you consider her, what she says, in that you would give him or grant him a bond, Your Honor.
What do you want to say about it, Mr. Brown?
Yeah, I was hoping that you could grant me that bond. I'm a good kid, did graduate, working, and all that stuff.
You're speaking kind of low there. I'm sure it's not your normal character. Speak up like a man. Talk.
Yes, sir. I was hoping that you could grant me bond because I am a good kid, did graduate high school, working now, trying to get to welding school in January.
And he works at Don's Car Crushing, Your Honor, in Hemingway. That's where he was working prior to.
How long has he been in jail?
Since October 31st.
Well, that's kind of not very long. October 31st. We're at November 20.
And it's 28, 29 days, and I'm certain the court's never been incarcerated, but time moves very slowly in custody.
I've been holding a lot of court in Columbia, where so he's been in jail since last June, and
Well, if that were the case, since he's been in, if that were the case, then we've been that long. But Your Honor, be that as it may, I'd like to, if you would see fit to release him with any conditions the court.
Well, who did he came to speak for him? Out of the people in the crowd, out of the 40,000 people in Williamsburg County, who came to say something for him?
Raise your hand.
Yeah, we don't like spectators. This is not a spectator sport, especially if you have somebody in jail. Say, speak now or forever hold your peace. This is the time to speak. You have somebody in jail that you're trying to get out. You know what I mean, Ms. Woods? What you have in your pockets, anything special?
My keys, I'm sorry.
You come up to the judge with your hands in your pocket. Yes, ma'am. Who do we have?
This is the grandmother and the mother, Your Honor.
Mother and grandmother. Who's going to speak first?
The mother.
The mother. Yes, ma'am. What's your name?
Ariel Brown.
Ariel.
Brown.
How do you spell your first name?
Ariel.
Ariel. All right. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, my son, he's never been in trouble.
You're mighty young to have a boy that big.
He's only 18.
How old are you?
37. I'll be 38 next Monday.
Okay. You look kind of young there. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, my son, he has never been in trouble. He just graduated back in May. He was playing football. When he got out of school, he was working. He didn't want to go to college right now.
Well, how does he go from the people cheering at him at football games to being locked up in jail for causing trouble at the school?
With the wrong people at the wrong time. And I preach to him and his siblings about that all the time. Don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of record did they have? Team record? Did they win or lose last year?
They went nothing last year.
Yeah,
It
we're
was-
used to being
It was
proud of
kinda
Hemingway.
bad. It was kind of bad. It was kind of bad.
We're used to
Yeah.
being proud of Hemingway, basketball especially. I'd
Basketball
be there in
season.
Columbia rooting like crazy for them, trying to win the state championship quite often.
Yes, sir.
They have a bunch of bad boys on the team now.
Not too many, because my youngest son, he plays JV now. So they looking pretty good this year.
What kind of work do you do?
I work for Apple, work at home.
Apple.
Yes, sir.
So you're on the phone talking to people in Oklahoma and New Mexico and
Yes,
California
sir.
and. So you're on a break now, or you took off today?
No, Mondays and Tuesdays are my days off.
Oh, okay. This came in handy for you.
Yes, sir.
You live in Hemingway?
Yes, sir.
All right. What you gonna do with him if he gets out of jail?
Oh, when he gets out, he's planning on going to Greenville with his godmom to start working.
To Greenville?
Yes, sir. He said he's not going to be around. He don't want to be around here no more.
All right. You turn it over to your mother? This your mother?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Mother?
My name is Rosalind Cooper. I am the Trevion.
Rosalind
Cooper.
Cooper. Okay.
Yes, sir.
From Hemingway?
Yes, sir.
The
And
Coopers have a pretty good name down that way, don't they?
yes, sir. There's a lot of Coopers.
They used to.
There's a lot of Coopers. And like she said, he's a good boy. He's quiet. He don't do social media. He don't even go to football games. He don't go to basketball games. He just kind of be a homebody most of the time.
What did you think when you heard he was locked up?
Actually, when we heard it, we actually brought him and turned himself in.
You did what?
We brought him and turned himself in.
You brought him to the jail.
Yes, we did. Well, her and my other two daughters. I have two more daughters. So her and the siblings, after he got up from work that day, let him went home, washed up and everything, and talked to him and told him. We talked to Mr. Fitzgerald at the schoolhouse, and he explained everything. And he said that, you know, how he informed us, he was walking with them, he was just with the wrong boys. But he didn't have anything. He never had a weapon, never had anything in his hand, and he said he never even see the juvenile. So we turned October 30th is when they
What do you
brought
think he
him.
had in his mind going there to threaten somebody if he did it? I mean, what's going on with him?
I can't say. Myself, I'm thinking just with the wrong crowd and just saying because he was walking around earlier that day. And after that, he stayed, he talked to his brother because he have 3 siblings. He have a sister in 12th grade. And
He
the other-
has other people, kids at school?
Yes, he has a
Goodness
sister, he has 2
gracious.
sisters and a brother. And he talked to his brother that same day. He talked to his brother at the schoolhouse for a little while and everything. And then he went on.
Yeah, this is why I like to talk to the grandmamas, because they will not lie for the kids. They will come and they will tell you the truth.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. The
Yes,
mamas
ma'am.
sometimes maybe not, but the grandmamas, they never lie to me. Go ahead,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir. They know how I am with that. But yes, sir. And that's so when we heard about it, and Mr. Fitzgerald called me. I was at work, and then I reached out to my daughter Ariel, and that's when she didn't know anything till another girl called her. So we talked to him, and that's when we decided to him. We explained everything to him. He was saying that he didn't do it. I said yes, but sometimes just be in the wrong place or why would you know? And I understand you shouldn't have been on school campus, no matter what. You know, we understood that part. But he said, I didn't do anything. I said, the years who you're
Yeah,
hanging
but
with.
disturbing schools.
Yeah.
If you're not in school and you're there causing trouble, that's disturbing schools. That's 90 days right there.
It is.
So that's why we just brought him on in, turned himself in after we talked to Mr. Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, and he explained everything, and he didn't.
You think you can make sure that he won't go to the school causing any more trouble?
Oh, no, we sure of that. He don't even drive.
Put him in your hands.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. If he have to stay with me until godmom come pick him up. Because I'm not in the town anywhere, I'm in the outskirts.
All right. Anything else we need to know about this young man?
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
So I'm gonna set a $15,000 PR bond as to each charge, a special condition, no contact with the victim. That's directly or indirectly, that it means through social media, messages, indirectly, no contact with him in any form or fashion, and no trespassing on school property.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What you say about it, Brown?
So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome to Christian News TY. I am Mary Tisdale. What's happening here is Waynesburg County Sheriff Office is cleaning up after people littering in the community. We ask you, if you are littering or you see someone littering, please stop littering and remind them to stop trashing your community. There are much more important things the Sheriff Office can be doing on a very hot day like today. Having a clean neighborhood will make it a better place to live in.
The facts remain the same. Please share this video